Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for November the 18th through the 24th. Welcome to this very cold and blistery day in New York City. My building is freezing as well. The heating isn't on, but anyway, I digress. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy these readings and that you will return. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate your loyalty, your love, and support. These readings are for the collective. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. You know, sometimes the readings are very specific. Spirit wants to reach a certain person. So let go of it. What I just want to say, don't assume that everything I say here is applicable to you. Now, these are for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you know your moon and rising, check out those readings too. And all the links to the other videos will be below. Sometimes it takes me a minute or two to get them up, but if you go to the playlist for this month, you will find them in there. Sorry, it's a little thing there. It's a little piece of fluff. So, as I said before, these are general readings. If you would like a more personalized, in-depth, and tailored reading for you, click on this link here. It will take you to my website and you can see the kind of readings that I offer. Also, I have a Facebook group, guys, and it's a private group, and every 2 weeks I do a live stream in that group, which correlates with the full moon and the new moon. So next week, the new moon is in Sagittarius, I believe. So I will be doing a live feed for the new moon. And when I do the live feed, whoever shows up, I look at their horoscopes, and we have this really lovely interactive, live feed, and I look at how the new moon will affect them, how they will receive the energies from that new moon. And I have my tarot cards in hand, and I answer questions. So we have a really good time. You just have to, request to get in, and Bob's your uncle. You're in. Now, what else? Oh, yeah. Another way to support this channel is through Patreon. Click on this link here. Check out my Patreon page. I post things in Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. And I want to take this opportunity to thank my patrons so much. I really appreciate you guys. You really help me out. And other than that, just please like, comment, share, and subscribe. So without further ado, I would just want to say, these readings come in 3 sections. The intro, which is this, then there's the astrology report, and then there is the tarot reading. And I put skip time stamps in the show more section below, so that if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising, you don't have to listen to the astrology all over again or the intro. You can just skip straight to your tarot reading. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for November the 18th through the 24th. I'm your astrologer, Mary Trimble, here to tell you what's going on in the celestial sky this week. Let's start with Tuesday, November the 19th. Mars moves into Scorpio. When a planet moves into another sign, it's a huge shift in energy. Now, Mars comes home to Scorpio because it's the co-ruler of Scorpio. It rules along with Pluto. When Mars moves into Scorpio, it's about power and strength and control. It's about getting what one wants and having the energy to go after it. So we will feel energized and perhaps inspired and motivated. It's also a time when our libido is raised. It's very high and active, I might add. So some of us might get lucky. Hey, plan your date on Tuesday. Anyway, on Wednesday, Mercury stations direct at 11 degrees. Now, look, Mercury's the planet of communication, electronics, mechanics, short distance travel, right? And 11 is a very powerful number. I feel this is one of those when any planet stations direct or retrograde, it slows down, and the qualities of that planet are emphasized at this time. So things may break down and have to be repaired, which I'm sure you've gone through for the last, 6 weeks or 3 weeks for whatever. Actually, we were in a long period of a shadow time, and we will still have a shadow time, which means that we'll be feeling the effects until Mercury kind of speeds up and goes forward again. So at the same time that Mercury is stationing direct, it's also sextiling the moon. So that is a lovely aspect. So with the sextile to the moon, we may have heartfelt conversations and perhaps have the courage to express our needs and wants from loved ones. But I will say this, emails and texts can go awry in this energy. So make sure you're sending your communications to the right recipient. Things like that happen. Be careful. Be careful what you put in writing anyway. So on Friday, November the 22nd, the sun moves into Sagittarius. So this is also a huge shift, right, in energy. And at the same time, it's in a lovely trine to Chiron. The beautiful relationship between the sun and Chiron will set the stage for us to help and heal others with the empathy gained while surviving our own challenges in life, because Chiron is the wounded healer. Now, this will especially affect those who are in the helping careers, or those looking for a career in helping others. So any kind of service career, nurses, non-profit, whatever it is. So on Sunday, November the 24th, Venus conjuncts Jupiter. This is an incredible aspect. Venus conjunct Jupiter is about love and abundance, harmony and joy. This is an easy aspect where you don't really have to take any action. You just become a magnet for all good things. Any hard work that you've done in the past will pay off, and success is imminent with this. And it's very, what you've worked on will come to fruition, and, you'll get paid. I love that. Your inner beauty attracts love and helpful people. Go out and bask in this energy. It's important to be out and to make connections. Be there so that you can take full advantage of this energy. This is a celestial gift, guys. It's the best energy for falling in love. Any new encounter has the possibility for a lasting romance, so that's exciting. Now, it's great for finances too, guys. Investments should really do well, especially in art, jewelry, and other luxury items. You could be the beneficiary of an unexpected windfall. Cha-ching, darling. I love that. Now, on the same day, Mars opposes Uranus. So that's a little bit of a challenging aspect, but it can also be motivating. It's an explosive energy. It can be explosive, which can be impulsively expressed. It's like no thought before action or verbalization. So, it's like if you have any kind of built up resentment towards someone, this could come out. It's likely to come out during this time. I think of road rage a little. It's kind of, And when I say rage for me, when I'm driving, I'm just cursing at people, you know, in the car on myself. They don't hear it. It's just me. I go, I'm not even going to go into what I say, but I just get very frustrated on the road. So, you know, that's how it comes out for me. And also, you know, resist the urge to engage in social media wars, you know, because it can come out like that. It's like, you know, you could say things that you may regret later or react in a way that you may regret later. Now, you know, with this lovely energy of Venus conjunct Jupiter, it could be expressed in a physical way, such as exercise or sports. You can work that out in that way. You can work all that pent up energy and frustration out in, you know, exercising, do things like that. Or in a sexual way, make love, darling, not war. This energy brings in the need for freedom of expression. That's what it is. It's of not wanting to be restricted by the norms of society. It's advisable to have more foresight, though, and resist the urge to react. Try instead to pause before saying something you could later regret and respond diplomatically. And Monday, I'm just going to quickly mention this. Venus moves into Capricorn, where the focus will be on materialism and status. And also on Tuesday, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. So join me in the Facebook group to find out how that will affect you personally. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's go to the tarot card section of your reading, shall we? Hello, Gemini, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for November the 18th through the 24th. And wow, it's so cold out there. The wind is howling. Oof, it's like a horror movie. Yeah, I don't know because I never watch those things. Anyway, so may these cards, this is for Gemini. Gemini, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini for this coming week? May these cards be filled with love, abundance, and compassion. 3 cards. Oh, there's 1. 2 more cards for Gemini, please. 2 more cards for Gemini. 1. 2 more cards for Gemini. Oh, there we go. 2. Oh, very nice. I love that. Okay. There's a clarifying cards for Gemini. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini through these clarifying cards? May these cards be filled with love, abundance, and compassion. Please clarify. Please clarify. And please clarify. Whoa, here we go. Okay, this is a very interesting reading. Take a look at your cards, Gemini. Okay. The first card out for you is the Queen of Cups, clarified by the Death card. Then you have the 10 of Cups, clarified by the Hermit. And then you have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Lovely. Oops, what happened here? Okay, there you go. Okay, Gemini, the first card out for you is the Queen of Cups. I really love this particular card in this deck. The Queen is really dressed opulently and she's looking out over the water and she's holding this Cups. She's all in gold. She has a pillar behind her, which, represents strength and power. And she really cares about her subjects, and she is completely available for them, and she wants to help them. She wants them to live the best lives possible. She does love luxury herself. She's not opposed to that, but she really is there. She's there emotionally. She's there physically for people. And sometimes when she comes into a reading, it's saying that you need to kind of take care of yourself, because sometimes she helps others to the detriment of herself. So, and she can be very emotionally available. So she's very empathetic. So sometimes, when this card definitely comes into the reading, it can be a gift of intuition. She's definitely intuitive. So intuition definitely comes into it. But you are being reminded to take care of yourself. Don't forget to look after yourself. Pamper yourself a little, because when you are always helping others, then your health can deteriorate, because you're putting everyone first before you. So think about that this week. It's not that this card is coming in for this week. So when you're when you're tempted to help people, yes, help people, definitely, but make sure you are taken care of first. So make sure that you get enough rest, that you get enough. It can be the simple things like, that you're hydrated enough, that you're eating well, that you're not compromising your own health for the sake of others. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. And what's interesting is the Death card has come up, and the Death card is all about change, transformation. It's about death and rebirth. I feel that this is a time of transformation for you, and during this time of transformation, there's a lot going on. It's almost like the old you're in a hallway, and you have to close the door behind you before you can walk forward. This sometimes being in the hallway doesn't feel that great. So you have to really close the door to the past, change the way you relate to the world, who you are fundamentally, because this is an internal transformation. This is about you being a different person. What's interesting? A lot of pregnant women get this when they're just about to give birth, because their life completely changed. They are no longer, that could be really what's coming out for you, because look, you've got the Queen of Cups. She's like the mother, she's the mother of them all. She's a matriarch. This can be that, women who have children, they've been single, or even if they've been in a relationship, they've been single as opposed to just responsible for their bodies, themselves. But when a woman brings a child into the world, I always say that she decides to wear her heart on the outside, right? So you are tied to this child for life. My son is 34? He's still my baby. He'll always be my baby. No matter how old he gets, that's my baby. So that's what happens. You change as a person. You then become a mother. So you're completely changed. So there is a change. There's change afoot here. There's a major internal change going on for you guys, Gemini. Don't forget to take care of yourself during this period, though. Now, the next card out is the 10 of Cups. This is like dreams and wishes come true. This is happy families. This is being contented. This is like joy. Joy to the world. Stop me singing. But this is like, You've arrived, all your needs are being met, happy families, this is like depicts such, a happy home, there's a cat in this, there's a dog in some, it's just, the arch and the rainbow is like things are looking fabulous ahead. Like things are changing for the better. I feel that you're in a major transformation that's, transforming your life. Your life is becoming, is moving into a much better. It's like you've got more security. If you're not there yet, you're going to be there. This is in the works for you. The 10 of Cups. Dreams and wishes come true, darling. Now, clarifying it is the Hermit. The Hermit, it's interesting because the Hermit kind of takes a respite from society, goes into a cave, he voraciously reads, he meditates. When I think of this card, I think of meditation. But I also think of teacher, right? Because he comes out and he holds this lantern up, which represents his mind. And he's no longer controlled by his mind. He can't control his mind. None of us can control our minds. But we can get to a place where we are no longer enslaved to our minds. So we're not reacting on what we're thinking. We can separate ourselves. And I always think of Rumi when I pick this card up. I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. So... you are not the monkey brain. But he holds the light up. He's the light at the end of the tunnel, right? The light at the end of the hallway. And he's beckoning you to come forward. Now, you can be, if you've had a really difficult time of late, this is hope springs eternal. The light is at the end of the tunnel. All you have to do is walk towards it. Take care of yourself, walk towards it, and you've got the dreams and wishes come true. Now, he's like, the old wise man with a staff, and he's, he holds it up. He's the student. He's just been a student, and then he becomes the teacher. We are all students and teachers. So when you get here, then you can teach others how to get here, how to come through that corridor, how to close the door to the past, and how to open the door to the future, to a brighter future, I might add, Gemini. And then you have the Queen of Wands, and she's like, don't underestimate yourself, guys. You can do this. Do not underestimate yourself. She's all about confidence. She's got it all. She's the hostess with the mostest. She's a brilliant mother. She's an incredible wife. She's a brilliant, she's like a top executive that kind of has everything and well-balanced life. She's a fierce protector of her family and friends and loved ones. Don't cross them, or, you'll see the wrath of her. And look, clarifying her as the Queen of Swords. She can turn into the Queen of Swords in a heartbeat. The Queen of Swords can be very cutting verbally. This kind of reminds me, of Mars opposing Uranus in a way, because, it can be, she's passionate, and, there's two sides to passion, right? Do you want to express it physically and through, do you want to make love, or do you want to make war? I say make love, not war. Listen, the Queen of Swords is this intelligent, beautiful, incredible woman. She's the truth seeker, and she can cut you to pieces with her words. She's got a sword right there, right in the air. So, I've been saying this. Think before you react. Spend that energy in like sports, running or something physical, exercise. or passionate lovemaking. Look, there are two sides to passion, right? There's this wonderful, passionate sexual energy, right? Demonstrative, affectionate, earnest. And then there's the anger, passion, fire. You can spark a flame and it can explode, and Mars opposing Uranus is very explosive. So, choose how you are going to expend that energy, guys. So, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, co-workers, social media, comment. I answer and respond to every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.